Do feel free, guys, to get involved with points of information. You are sat there rather mute at the moment. I'm not sure why. I don't know if you're frightened of the other speakers. I would sincerely doubt it. But, you know, do feel free to just get involved. I don't think this is a speaking at... One second. No, you're far too scruffy. Sit down. This is a debating chamber. After all, this is not a talking at chamber. So do feel free. OK, go on then. Have your moment in the sunshine.
Considering you were propelled to fame by The Apprentice...
Propelled?
Propelled indeed, yes. Fame by The Apprentice, which has a quota of 10 male candidates and 10 female candidates. Isn't your fame a result of positive discrimination?
Well done, sir, well done. Good, point of information. I didn't seek fame. I thought I was looking for a job, but then I realised Lord Shilg was an absolute twat. And B, actually, they don't need 10, I think you said 10 men, 10 women? Is that what you said? Actually, they just needed a posh bird with a big nose. So that's where I fitted in. So I don't think that's positive discrimination. I think that's negative observing of where I fitted in. But just on a few points myself, I think whilst I may be indeed a loser at many things, as you very rightly pointed out, at least I do know which order I'm speaking in. So I think that's a little nod there for myself. I also wonder, at points when you were talking, I did wonder if I was sitting on the right side of this debate, if I'm honest with you. You spoke about being at a women's conference. It alarms me terribly, I tell you. I've never been invited to a women's conference in my life. Now, this may be because I look like a bloke, but I don't know.
There were men there.
There were men there as well. They frighten me even bloody more, darling. So is positive discrimination really the solution in an unequal society? And, you know, I think we've gone ahead of ourselves. We've gambled along and we've got rather ahead of ourselves, because I would say, you know, is it really a bad thing that society is unequal? Isn't actually. Are we looking for are we a bit bored? Are we looking for a problem where there isn't actually a problem? Is it really, I say, where did that, hello? I'm going to come right back. I'm just going to give this a whirl. I'll come right back to you. Are we looking for a problem where there isn't actually one? Is it perhaps a terrific thing that society is unequal? Isn't inequality superb? That's what I would say. I would say life is not fair. I say it to my children on a daily basis, or when I see them or contact them by phone. I say, darlings, life is not fair. Suck it up. I've written it in your book this evening so that you can refer to it when I'm no longer here to guide you with my wisdom. Sir, sit down. Sir.
Thank you.
What's your name?
My name's Femi Islander.
I say.
I'm looking around the chamber tonight, and I can see possibly, I can't see down there, but about 5 people in this chamber who look like me and resemble me. So is it fair for you to say that it's not a problem that our society is necessarily unequal? And is it fair for you to use inequality and fairness to talk about things such as race and sex and gender, which aren't very divisible in that way?
But I would say that, sir, you speak for 1,000 men when you speak, no? Do you not feel you speak for 1,000 men? Do you not have the power? That's how I feel about people. We represent because we represent with some force. And anyone called, Femi, speaks for 1,000 men, surely. But I will come back to your point, I will. Now, I think life is not fair because we are all a little bit different, aren't we? Some of us aren't blessed in the looks department, Stuart. And we just have to... But, you know, we can overcome that, can't we? We can wear a bit of a flourish or a white bow tie, and we can overcome that. Do you want to go before him?
Yeah. So in the United States, inequality in the healthcare sector, the discrimination against black individuals, results in an excess 100,000 premature black deaths per year. So those 100,000 people who are going to die this year, early because they're black. What would you say about your intellectualizing about whether inequality is, okay or right, or you put on a nice little blouse to solve it?
Sure. And I think sometimes I think we have to acknowledge that, being equal is not necessarily efficient. Just bear with me for one moment, sir. We have to sift out those people who are stupid. Now, 16% of our fantastic... One moment, sir. Sit down. I don't like your top. 16%... Sit down, sir. If you can't dress nicely, I'm not going to talk to you. 16% of our population have an IQ lower than 85, ladies and gentlemen. That's the sort... sit down, although I like your suit. The sort of IQ where you have to be introduced to yourself in a mirror. It's the sort of IQ where you need a cue card to remember to blink. It's a sort of IQ where you need to give an information to drink through a straw. That is 16% of our population, ladies and gentlemen. I would suggest to you that we need to let those people fail. We need to stop handing... Sit down, I said I don't like your top. We need to stop hand-holding these people. We need to allow the weak to fail, and we now need to allow the sick to die. We haven't got time to be dealing with all this. Sir, at the back. Yes, go.
I just wanted to point out that IQ is actually constructed as a statistical average with which it is necessary that...
Woo! You're boring me already, sweetheart. Sit down. Sit down! Sit down. I think we need to recognise that we need to allow these people to fail. Now, we sift those people off, don't we? We let them go to polytechnics and we let them learn about building and craftsmanship. We let them go, sit down, sit down. We let them go to further education to learn how to be a hairdresser and how to be a... Oh, sit down. Don't throw yourself down. And how to be a beautician. We need to funnel people. We need to channel people. Why do we want everybody to go to university? We need you people. And we need you here. We need elite, sit down. We need elite societies. And that's what you guys bring. This is the elite. Society is not equal. Celebrate the fact that this is not an equal society. Yes, sir. Have you forgotten what you were going to say?
No, I'm just
Stop adjusting his glasses and crack on, sir.
I'm pleased that in addition to making a speech that seems to suggest you're a clown, you're also dressed like one.
I can't hear you.
What I want to ask you...
I can't hear you.
What I want to ask you is how do you feel about the fact that you wouldn't have been able to vote in this country 100 years ago? Is that the sort of aggressive distinction?
How on earth is me voting 100 years ago have anything to do with positive discrimination or equality?
Hierarchy and equality, and you've suggested that people who can't earn an income sufficient enough to pay for their health care should be weeded out.
I don't think talking about the suffragettes is relevant to this conversation. Sit down, please, sir. Yes, sir, at the top in the red.
Oh, that was a while ago. I was going to say, wouldn't you all agree that you fit into that IQ category?
I don't mind if you think I fit into that category. I don't mind that at all. What I really care about is that people accept my perspective that we do not need positive discrimination because all of you don't want to be equal. None of you want to be equal. All of you want to be better than the rest. And that's what I believe. An unequal society... You've taken your top off. Okay, bear with me 1 second. An unequal society promotes greed. It promotes jealousy. It promotes wanting to be better than my neighbour, and actually those are very positive motivators for people. That's what gets the wheels of industry turning. Jealousy is a very great thing, I believe. Go on, sir. Don't get naked. Don't get naked for God's sake. Oh my God. Calm down. Calm down. Is he all right? Is he okay?
point of order. I must take the point of order, sir.
What?
Oh, yeah.
Point of order. I
There
must
should
take
be no reason why a speaker should be touching a member of the audience.
I thought he may have a temperature. I was just checking whether he had a temperature. Now, what
I must
would say-
quickly remind all speakers if a member of the audience does not feel comfortable being touched, I would to please return to the speech. Thank you very much.
So, the other thing is, if we accept that we are not all equal, if we accept that we must allow some people to fall to the bottom because they are thick, what about if we add in, sit down, sir, economic inequality, which I believe in. We are not all economically equal either, and nor should we. We need people who are going to rise to the top. The top 30% of this country pay, hold on, the top 1% of this country pay 30% of the tax of our country. 1% pay 30%. Imagine life without them. Imagine if you really did believe in all this equality nonsense. We don't want equality, we want equitable treatment, and that's a very different thing. So you go for your life, but do not tell me not to touch people, because I will touch who I like.
Fair enough. So you say that we should have some sort of elite society. Maybe that is so. Wouldn't it be nice to have more people enter the elite society and not have them be pushed out automatically based on their gender or skin color?
I haven't got time for that, sir. I haven't got time. Life is short. I need to make decisions quickly. Life is not equal. People are not the same. Some people are thick. We don't want economic equality. We need to move forward and recommend that we do not have positive discrimination, because none of you guys can look in the mirror and say that you want to be equal. You want to leave here as the elite of our society, and I praise you for that. I wish you well. I wish you to go out into the world and make a difference, because you are the people we need, and we do not need people who are too stupid to be here just because of their postcode. Oh, sorry. Yes, go.
Do we have a clear argument that we can make, that we can actually follow?
It's a very clear argument, Sarah. I'm saying that we should accept that there is inequality and that we do not need positive discrimination to counter that. I am very happy with the fact that society is unequal. I'm very happy that life is not fair. Yes, sir.
Is your argument that the underrepresentation of minorities at this university is a result of their lack of intelligence?
I'm very happy with the people sat in this room. You're all here. You're all fascinating. You all want to get involved. You all want to learn. I'm thrilled that this institution has elite people in it. I couldn't be happier. It's the reason I come here. And it's the reason I go to Cambridge Union, although that bunch are not as good looking as you lot. But it's the reason I'm here is because I believe in this institution completely, and I don't want to see it changed. I'm not bothered. You guys look like you are going to go out and conquer the world, and that gives me immense satisfaction. I'm going to get dinged out. Am I allowed to take that point of information? Okay, good.
You talked about people with low IQs, but weren't they people who read your column in Sun?
Probably, although I got paid quite well for it. So, but actually, it's Britain's biggest selling newspaper, so it's quite a good column. Okay, so please go with me on this. Life is not equal. That is not a bad thing. Question to yourself, why do you want equality when you're here and you want to be one of the elite yourselves? When you get paid twice the amount of the average wage, are you going to hand it back? Because will you still believe in the liberal values that you currently have? Thank you very much indeed.